3, 2, 1.
High on a wind-battered plateau in southern Peru, the earth is carved with lines so straight, so precise, they could pass for runways. But these are no modern constructions. They are ancient, far older than our plains, older than our cities, older, perhaps, than human memory. Some say they were messages to the gods. Others whisper they were built for something else entirely, something that once came here and might come again. The world first learned of the Nazca Lines in the 1920s when pilots flying mail routes over Peru looked down and saw geometry. Perfectly straight lines, some stretching over 20 kilometers, etched into the desert floor. Alongside them, massive geometric shapes, spirals, trapezoids, and most mysterious of all, enormous figures of animals and humans, only visible from the air. But hidden among these figures was something stranger still. Vast parallel lines, flat and cleared of stones running side by side like the landing strips of an airport. These runway lines don't twist or curve like ancient roads. They are wide, flat, and smooth. Qualities almost impossible to maintain in the shifting desert wind without constant upkeep. Some intersect like taxiways. Others end abruptly at raised plateaus, as if built for craft that didn't need wheels at all. And the strangest part, many run perfectly east to west or north to south, aligned with astronomical events thousands of years old. Conventional archaeology insists the lines were made by removing the sunburnt rocks on the desert surface to reveal the pale earth beneath. A simple method, possible even with primitive tools, but skeptics point to the sheer scale and precision. Some of the parallel lines run so straight they deviate less than a meter over several kilometers, a feat difficult even with modern surveying equipment. So who, or what, was measuring them? Local legends speak of Viracocha, a tall, pale-skinned god who descended from the sky and taught humans the arts of agriculture, building, and the stars. When his time ended, he promised to return, and the people made great paths in the desert so he would know where to land. In other stories, the lines are not paths for the gods, but the marks left by their ships themselves, searing the earth when they rose into the sky. In 1941, the United States military sent aerial survey teams to the region. Officially, it was for mapping. Unofficially, some researchers believed they were studying the line's navigational properties, and perhaps their resemblance to modern airstrips. In the 1960s, NASA scientists visited Nazca claiming to study its geology, but one of the lead engineers had previously worked on lunar landing sites. I've flown over Nazca dozens of times. Once on a night patrol in the 70s, I swear I saw lights down there. Not campfires, they were blue-white, moving along the lines. When we banked to take another look, they were gone. In 1982, a group of amateur researchers camped near one of the widest lines. Around midnight, their equipment began to fail, compasses spinning, watches stopping. Then came the sound, a low, thrumming vibration from beneath the ground. One witness claimed the air shimmered, and for a few seconds he saw a shadow overhead blotting out the stars. When he blinked, it was gone, but the smell of ozone lingered. Mainstream scholars argue the lines were ceremonial walkways or giant calendars marking solstices and equinoxes. But alternative theories suggest they were navigation beacons, landing paths for advanced aerial craft in prehistory. Some claim the lines are part of a global network of ancient airports, linked to similar patterns in Egypt, Bolivia, and even remote Pacific islands. Others believe they are energy channels, conduits for harnessing Earth's magnetic field built by a civilization long vanished. The Nazca Plateau is silent now. No engines roar, no shadows move across its runways, at least not where we can see them. But the lines remain, unbroken by time, immune to wind and rain, as if waiting for the return of something that once knew this place. If these were runways, then the question is not how they were built, but when they will be used again. Coordinates: Nazca, Peru. Altitude, 1,500 meters. Status active,